Now, in just over half an hour, Ngaruawahia has the chance to finally speak to Kiwirail, the Mayor of Waikato, police and councillors all at once to try and iron out a solution to the town's railway bridge problem. People, as we know, have played cat and mouse with trains crossing the bridge for decades, but that ended in tragedy 5 weeks ago when an 11-year-old girl was clipped and lost her life. It followed a 9-year-old boy losing his life in 2002. Now, it seems locals are in a battle. They say use of the bridge is symptomatic of other problems and they want a safe way to jump into their own awa, the Waikato River. But nobody seems to want to provide them with one. Here's Zach Fleming with more.
Hurtling through Ngaruawahia, the train nearly blows us and our tripod over. If we were on the tracks, our lives would have depended on the vigilance of the driver. Anxious not to hit children, this driver last year blasted their horn for 20 seconds before inching across the bridge. But they're going so slow someone hops on the train, riding it for a few seconds before jumping off into the water below.
Oh, look at the idiot.
This is summer in Ngaruawahia, and it's been like this for decades. Yesterday we were in town for just 30 seconds before we saw a man walk along the rail bridge. And there's no reason for him to. A safe pedestrian bridge runs parallel. After the deaths of 2 children, 11-year-old Maureen Ramaka last month and 9-year-old Jaden Tepu in 2002, New Zealand keeps asking Ngaruawahia why. But Ngaruawahia told me yesterday, maybe that's the wrong question.
It's the only thing fun around here for them to do. Yeah.
A lot of kids don't really want to go home around here, but they have to. So that's their hideaway place for the day, because it's safe, you know. People's always around down there, new people to meet.
So, for reasons many of us can't relate to, kids grow up playing on the rail bridge, around trains. Maybe asking people who were born and bred here in Ngaruawahia why they're so blasé about trains is like asking a fish how they like the water. Maureen Ramaka was playing with her friends on the bridge just before 6 p.m. on a Sunday 5 weeks ago. She tried to run but was clipped by a train and died at the scene. Locals say the bridge is basically the town's playground. Kids are as scared of trains as they are of monkey bars.
They try and play chicken with the train. Like, we never did that. There was no need to do that because you know you're going to lose against the train, so what's the point?
More than a month on and there's still a big colourful memorial right next to the bridge. There are flowers, Easter eggs, clothes and toys. But also someone has put a stuffed toy in a jar hanging off the fence next to it. And written on the jar it says, "Track Angel Bear, please watch over others who venture near." And there's no if in that sentence. It's an acknowledgement that you can't stop people if they want to cross this bridge or jump off it. Kiwirail has tried. They've put in spiked metal bars on the fence, but actually, if you just walk 20 metres in the other direction, you can get onto the bridge completely unobstructed.
Tonight, the Ngaruawahia Community Board is meeting with iwi, Kiwirail, police, the mayor and local councillors to try and flesh out ideas on how another accident can be avoided.
It's not an opportunity to put blame or highlight that we've got a problem. 2 tragedies is enough. It can't be just stopping people from jumping off the train. We've got to have a number of approaches to accommodate both the old school and the new school here in our town.
The old school approach wants an education drive, the new school a platform to facilitate safe jumping.
Teenagers and the ones who jump, adults, they want a platform because they know that it will keep their kids safe, then they don't have to worry as much.
We got an hour there to swim and why not use it? Yeah.
Every idea is a viable idea. We just got to make sure that we do our checks and balances. We've got to do the research, we've got to do the feasibility around that stuff.
Which is a roundabout way of saying a safe platform might cost too much money. Kiwirail won't say whether it will stump up any money if a platform is preferred. Its GM of Network Services, Hanare Clark, said he's just wanting to go to tonight's meeting with as open a mind as possible.
It's where you put it. It's all of those things that need to be considered before, we can say, look, that sounds like a good idea. I think there's got to be some work to be done on the feasibility of it. and safety sits right up there for us, and to promote something that could create more hazards, then it's certainly not something that we would like to do. We're there really just opening with an open mind, not having any preconceived ideas on what's going to come out of it.
So no favourite solution that you'd prefer?
Look, not at this stage. I think there's probably a few things that need to be done. I don't think there's a one silver bullet that's going to resolve this.
The driver involved in March's accident is now back at work, receiving ongoing psychological help. Around 200 people are expected at tonight's meeting, all with the common goal of avoiding another accident. For Checkpoint, Zach Fleming.